Hey everybody, it's AlleyOopDunks, and in this episode, we're gonna quickly talk about the double fixer week and the coach drama that we had. We're gonna talk about us keeping 100% success on the coach selection. We have 12 out of 12 after 4 rounds. So, what is next? And also, we're gonna talk about the unlimited trades that you have at this round from the Euroleague. And finally, as per usual, our team's formation for round five. So starting then from this double week, some teams have been signed, and we can see that the two Spanish giants, Barcelona and Real, they are the top of the stands. They have no defeats now. They had two convincing wins. Grimao seems to do a great job at Barcelona, and everyone is playing with more freedom, I would say, this year. On the other hand, Real has Campazzo been explosive on the round three, and they got two wins. Then we had Virtus getting two wins and being third at the stands with 3-1. And I want to mention Sengelia being back on the top of his game at the start of the season. Reminds me Sengelia when he was playing in Baskonia, perhaps. So really glad to see Sengelia back on the top of his game. We also have Monaco taking back-to-back wins. Actually, the first one was in Serbia, and the second one back home. And there, I would say, highlight is potentially James, showing that he's the alpha male in the team and really leading them into two wins. And also Diallo has been performing quite well after a slow start of the season. And of course, we have Walker been active and playing in the games. So that's another good sign for Monaco. Then we had a team that was a little bit unsettled. FS needed wins coming into 0-2 in this round. And as you can see, they won against as well at home. Not as easy as you would think. And then they had a difficult game against Valencia, but in the end, they managed to close the game and back on two wins and two losses. And I would say on this team, Larkin seems to be the main man till now. Clyburn starts to playing, but he had a slower start this year. On the other hand, this week we had drama, like big drama. So we had Cervena Zvezda and as well having back-to-back wins. And I mean, for as well, we knew there was rumors that TJ Parker...
Bill, back-to-back losses, not wins.
Back-to-back, yeah. Back-to-back losses, of course. So we had TJ Parker been rumored that he's leaving the team, and on the first game, it seems like his players, on the last game, seems like his players against Fenerbahce, they gave it all. They had an explosive start. They were, I think I had 15 points. But then Fenerbahce, with the likes of Kalathis getting back in the game and actually winning. And that meant that TJ Parker is not anymore the coach for the team. We see who is going to be the new coach. There are rumors that Herbert, the Canadian tactician, could be, or Trincheri, or many more. Who knows? And then another team that for me was a shock that they sacked their coach was Cervena Zvezda. So they did had back-to-back losses. So they lost at home against Monaco, and then they lost again away versus Virtus in Bologna. Already Sferopoulos is going to be the new coach. We know that. It's been announced. That will be the new coach of Cervena Zvezda. So let's see how they're going to bounce back. And then another team that had two losses is Baskonia. And actually, there were two home losses. So as you can see, round four, they had a heavy loss from Zalgiris, and round three, the they lost at home versus Bayer. So even though Moneke in round four had 32 points, the highest score in this year from a player, that wasn't enough. And I'm not sure how secure is Penaroya's position. We shall see. Um, yeah, that's the main things I chose. I don't know if you have anything more, Konstantinos.
Well, as you said about Moneke, for example, now that you are in round four, you see that Moneke scored 32 points, and then the rest of the team scored just 50. So if you see, it's like it was almost one man show versus Zalgiris.
Two
Uh,
months. So you had also Howard
Marcus Howard,
scoring, I
true,
think,
true,
20
yeah.
plus. Yeah.
But
Actually,
it's
that reminds me.
Mhm.
I forgot to mention Zalgiris. Zalgiris, they're also towards the top of the stands. They are 3-1 wins,
Mhm.
the tie with Virtus, and we finally had Manek exploding. He had 17 points and 40 rebound, an amazing game. Um, I hope to see more of him because I kind of like him. He's flying under the radar, this player.
Yes, he is one of your underrated, not underrated, but I will say underrated picks because
Yeah,
he hasn't performed yet in the Euroleague. I mean, all these years in Europe, playing in Europe, but now
yeah.
he had. I didn't watch the game, but I just watched the highlights of Manek, and he was in really like automatic. He stepped out on the 3 point zone and just boom, boom, boom. Like he didn't feel anything. He was on his own zone playing
Yeah,
the
yeah.
game.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go to round five, and what are your picks for games to watch, and of course, coach selections.
hmm Well, in round five, as you can see, we have some classic rivalries. As you can see, we have some big games. Starting with you know the Serbian derby, Partizan versus Crvena Zvezda. This is the game to watch. The atmosphere will be electric in the stadium. Well, I will say it, but it will not go any other way. I do expect a sold out, if it's not yet already a sold out game for Partizan. It is a big debut for Coach Sferopoulos. He has to bring the team together. Um, in a way, if you ask me what do I expect in the first game, I would say defense, and maybe defense. That's what I expect. But also I believe Coach Feropoulos has experience also from Olympiacos in the top level and Maccabi, so I think he knows how to bring the team together. It is short time, but still, I believe he can make an impact in this game. Also, as you see in turn one, we have the El Clasico, Real Madrid versus FC Barcelona. So once this game is completed and done, there will be only one on the top standing. Only one team will be in the top. We have from one hand we have Real Madrid, who is playing. That team is so deep. The roster, Real Madrid's roster, is so deep that one game can be Sergio Yul can score like 20 points, for example, and then the other, and Cambasso can score 7 or 8, but Cambasso can have like 10 assists, and then the next game you can see something totally opposite. And on the other hand, you have Barcelona, who is, as Bill said, they are playing really as a team. They have this freedom this season on the floor. Just, in my opinion, I believe Coach Grimau just let his players do what they want sometimes. They have their own decision making. Just go as the game goes, for example. So we have these two big games in turn one, and We have also Olympiacos versus Anadolu Efes. Again, big game. Anadolu Efes is coming from 2-0 in double round week. Olympiacos wants to win another home court game so they can start building up the W and go up in the standings. I believe it is an open game because both teams yet have not played in a convincing way, I would say. So they are, on the track to get to the level they want. And from turn two, um, you know, some say it's not very popular game, or it doesn't have the big names. But in my opinion, Zalgiris Kaunas versus Valencia it would be a great game to watch. A great game. Both teams play. I think both teams are coach teams. You
Yeah.
know, they have the same coach. They have built their own culture. They have built their own momentum going from last season to this season. As we said in the previous episode, this season Valencia, let's let's say, took the lessons from last year, and this year they're not making the same mistakes. This year they are a new team, but they are more concentrated when they're on the floor. So these are the games that stood out. You see, we have, as I said, two big games, two local derbies. And for the coach selection, we had a lot of drama this past week. So let's see. Yeah, from coach selection, from the top tier market with 9.1 credits, we pick Ergin Ataman from Panathinaikos. We had an, let's say, Ataman show or Ataman episode during the game Panathinaikos versus Maccabi. But I don't know, maybe that was like a bell for the players, despite the
Exactly.
fact that Panathinaikos lost. But Ataman did it also when he was a coach for Anadolu Efes sometimes. And if I go further back in Galatasaray, sometimes he is like when he wants to wake up his players, he can even go there. Just give me an ejection, but then the team can find a way to play together.
Yeah. It was very obvious that he wanted to get the second technical to be
Mhm.
ejected at that point. So yeah, it was definitely a trick. But actually, it worked out.
Yeah, true.
They didn't win
Um,
the game, but they came quite close. They
yes,
went to overtime.
it was a wake up call, and the team got it. Let's say the players got the message, and they start rolling after that. Then we have Coach Messina with 7.7 credits. Olimpia Milano is playing versus Alba in Berlin. We believe, Olimpia Milan has the quality, and the players to win this game versus Alba. And lastly, from the deep value market with 6.7 credits, we choose Max Vitis, the coach from Zalgiris Kaunas. Zalgiris is playing in a convincing way. Of course, versus Valencia is a tough game. Valencia is a very good team. But at their home court, Zalgiris can go in another level. They just they have sold out. The crowd is there to support the team, so they give an extra boost to the players to win the game.
Yeah, cool. So and with that, I think we can move on to our teams. And as I said before, this round, guys, we have the ability to have um, unlimited trades. However, last week we had an okay result, so 183 points. It to this gave us 20 points. We were almost having breakdown at the halftime when they were back. I don't remember how many points against us, well, but he delivered in the end.
Mhm.
Milutinov wasn't our captain, but that's fine because we had the Campazzo's our captain. Amazing game. Milutinov, Sengelia again. And of course, we have Nibo from -4 in the second half, deep in the second half, ending up at 14.3. So it's a save.
Bill, let me stop you. Can you share the screen with the team?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
for some reason it stopped sharing.
All right.
And
So
and I
let's
and I understood you went through the players, so but it's okay. It's okay.
let's see. Very good shout. So here we so I was talking about this.
Yeah, great.
So the team had 183 points. Um, and finally we had Larezakis. We were thinking of sending him out of the team, but we knew he's going to explode at that point, so we decided to keep him for one more time. And he had an amazing, especially fourth quarter, and he delivered big. Then we didn't have a great game from Sedegerskis, great game from Blood, fine game from Da Silva. So with that, we
Uh,
decided,
let me add something.
yeah,
I don't know if you mentioned it, but let me add now that we have also the team. In the last round,
mhm,
Josh Nebo started the fourth quarter with zero
yeah,
fantasy points and ended up
yeah.
with 14.3. So
He, he
i-
was
i-
-4. He was -4
-4.
fantasy points
Yeah,
in the second half. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
So he
So
covered big,
yeah.
big gap.
So let's go to um, team this time, and here we are. So we got Messina um, for the game against Berlin. We swap Tiemann with Nibo. I believe Tiemann is probably the best selection below 10 at this point, 10 credits. And we wanted to keep Milutinov, Campazzo, and Sengelia as our main axis for the team. So we didn't need to change everything. So we just did only these four changes. We brought Ledey for Sedekerskis. We believe he's going to have another big game, hopefully, especially in the big derby. We keep Blood. He's been he's been convincing as the backup PG for Maccabi. As you can see, he had two double digit games in terms of fantasy points, and he's dissing the assist as well, as you can see here, 8, 4, and 4. So quite good, and he has around 20 minutes. So he's more like something between six player and role player. Definitely has the role, the backup role, and he's playing it well at the start of the season. Um,
That's true. And also the turnover, assist turnover ratio. I mean, he had like
yeah,
4 assists, if I saw correctly, and then 2 turnovers. So always he has more assists than turnovers.
yeah. 8,
And
0, 4, 1, and 4, 2. So that is
quality.
16
Yeah.
assists. Yeah, just three turnovers. So great ratio.
Yeah. True.
And then we keep Da Silva. With
Mhm.
6.4, it's difficult to find someone better. And then we just had to fill the team since we wanted to spend big on Ledey. So we brought some players below 5 that they can give some points. Giedraitis back to back for Zalgiris has scored more than 10 points. You see 10 and 13 points. And he's also having the role, finding the role on his team. The double wiki average, it's a sigh of 23 minutes. So um, that is best solution before, below 5 probably has the most minutes the last two games. And then we have Lazic, of course, with 4.2 is a player that if he has enough playing time, as you can see, he can give you something. And at this point, if he has more than 10 minutes, and at this point, with 4.2 credits, you just anything you can get is fine. And of course, we kept Madzukas. That's then the main team. So I think we can move on to the team when we use the unlimited trades, Kostadinos.
Yeah. The deep value team. And I think on that team we had a deep rebuild for that team. Yeah. Share the screen again, Bill, because I just see you. I don't see the team. So
Oh,
I don't remember
yeah.
the players.
It's too many
It's
changes.
too
Yeah.
many. Yeah, there are too many. It's not just three
Uh,
changes. Thank you.
okay.
So
Very cool.
as you see for this team, we had less than the 100 credits that we start in fantasy. So we thought that for this team we need a big rebuild. So we kept Captain Mirotic, and we'll say, okay, let's build around Nikola Mirotic. So first of all, we said, okay, for center position, let's bring Smilagic. He had a very good game versus Olympiacos. He has a role in Partizan, and he gets the minutes. And if the basis is just 8 fantasy points, let's say it's okay. Let's bring Smilagic with 8.2 credits. Then, of course, as you see, because he plays in turn one, we have Illich. We brought Illich as a filler with 4 credits. And for the guard position, we brought Kevin Pander, who had a good game versus Olympiacos with 17 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. As you see, so he's on the rise. As you see, he's getting more and more fantasy points. Um, we know it's a derby game. Anything can go in, anything can go wrong. But Kevin Pander has the quality to perform. Um, Next to Kevin Pander, we have Alex Avramovich. Um, he had an amazing game in the first round with versus Maccabi, but then his performance dropped. Let's say so, he doesn't give the fantasy points that we all want back if we have him in our team. However, we believe that because he gets the minutes, as you see, minimum 20 minutes is his playing time, and because Partizan doesn't have a lot of options yet at guard, he will get the chance to go in and perform in the derby, in the local derby game. Then again, Lunzis as a filler with 4 credits at the guard position. We brought Brady Manek at forward. He had the double game versus Basconia. So with 10.3 credits, as you see, 17 points, 14 rebounds, 1 assist. It was amazing game. So now at home, he gets another chance of having a good game. Then we brought Bellinelli with 8.1 credits. He's like the old wine. Uh, if you see the last games, he's on the rise. He scored 12 and 15 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. But it's what he brings to the team. So the minutes he gets on the floor, he has the quality to perform. And we believe with 8.1 credits, as you see, let's say he plays around 22 minutes overall. So he has the quality to give you back some good fantasy points. Then we brought Moneke, let's say the star of the last round with 37 fantasy points, scoring 32 points and 7 rebounds, grabbing 9 rebounds, 1 assist and 2 steals. So keep in mind that we cannot have the same players in both teams. So for this team, we decided we keep Mirotic, and then we build with Manek and Moneke at the forward
So
position.
we decided to keep Mirotic and to risk having.
Let, let's say we have Mirotic, and then the rest of the team has to play for Mirotic.
Yeah.
And lastly, we brought English, the center from Valencia. He is a rookie in the Euroleague, but he's very stable. His performances are very good so far. You see, he's grabbing rebounds. He gives also assists, and he has about 9 to 13 points scoring.
Yeah.
So, and he gets honestly the time, the game he gets on the floor. I think, yeah, We said with Bill, maybe Coach Mumbrú has a watch, and when it goes 20 minutes,
Stopwatch.
okay,
Yeah.
stopwatch. English, you're out. Okay, Davies, you're in, or
Yeah.
another player. So, but as you see, if you compare the playing time with what he gives back, it's on the plus. If you
Yeah.
want to have also a sender with less than 10 credits in your team. And for the coach, we brought Max Vitis. Again, it is kind of risky because he's playing the most difficult game versus Valencia. But on the other side, we didn't have, as you saw, a lot of credit to spend. So we brought Max Vitis with the possibility of winning. And also, we built around Mirotic. So we made 10 trades in this. So we use the, let's say, unlimited trades card for this team on this round.
And with that, I think we wish you all to have a great round. And yeah, let us know what's your unlimited trades. What is your first picks? And yeah, you can see further updates on Twitter, right?
Yeah,
On
and also
X.
on or X, yeah, and also let us know what's your opinion about the unlimited trades in round 5. What's your opinion? Because this is something new that Euroleague Fantasy has this year. Last year we didn't have this option. Just let us know you like it, you don't like it, depending your preferences.
Yeah, seems like it's it, but yeah. Oh
Yeah.
well, we use all right. Thank you all, guys.
Thank you guys. Wishing you
See
a
you.
great day and a great round.